I talk about public hospital, like a medical care system in Hong Kong. And normally I don't get any disease, I don't get any cold, I don't really go see a doctor because I'm totally fine. During my stay in Hong Kong, I only been to the one time because of the yesterday I mentioned. So today I want to share my experience about the public hospital experience in Hong Kong, because it's kind of forced to be hospitalized in public hospital for one night. So I want to explain how is the procedure, how was it in this video. One day in October 2019, I got something and I saw something, so I left company a bit earlier. I talked to my manager and the manager asked me to go to see the hospital because just in case. And I tried to go to the private hospital first, but when I call them, they say the earliest timing is tomorrow 4 p.m. That's why I went to emergency department in public hospital. When I went there and I got the triage, and I could see a doctor within 5 minutes, which is quite fast. And I did some kind of the echo check, but at the moment I couldn't see the heartbeat of the I don't know how to say in English, not baby, like before baby, yeah. And I couldn't see that, and actually it was the third time for me to experience the same miscarriage. So I already knew that, maybe it should be miscarriage because I did the same experience 2 times before. So I asked the doctor to go home because I just can't wait to come out. But they just say they want to double check, double confirm it's really miscarriage. Then I want to go back to home, but they asked me to take ambulance to go to the different public hospital because of the time. I think it was around 6 p.m. and they say they don't have this kind of system, so they have to ask me to go to different private public hospital, which is near to my office. So maybe I have to go this hospital from my office, but I didn't supposed to get hospitalized, so I didn't prepare anything, but I just followed what doctor advised. So I took ambulance by myself because I'm totally fine. I didn't get any pain and I'm totally fine at the moment. So I got ambulance, but it was a bit awkward, and I was a little bit sorry about that, because if anybody have emergency case and if anybody couldn't get it because of me, I feel a bit sorry about that. But actually I was in the ambulance and I went to the different one, and I had to wait a little bit time, and then the doctor or some nurse asked me some questions about, is it the same partner, or how many times I got pregnant, something like this. So I answered the questions, and also I asked once again, can I go back to home tonight? And they say no. They say that they have to wait for the doctor to check, the professional specialist doctor to check it's really miscarriage or not. So they forced me to stay at the hospital one night, but I didn't prepare. Luckily I got laptop, so I could charge my phone, which was great. But they don't have any plug. Because I didn't bring any plug, and I couldn't wash my face because I didn't get anything. So, and even the contact lens, I normally use the contact lens, but I couldn't take off because I didn't bring the glasses as well. So if I took that, and I couldn't see anything, so I was so uncomfortable, but I just followed their advice. But actually the staff was so kind, and all of the staff could speak English, and nurse was so friendly. So actually I was really satisfied, but only because I didn't supposed to get hospitalized, that's why I was uncomfortable. And then I went to sleep and wake up around 6 a.m. something. When doctor came, it's around 9 or 10 a.m. and I got double check, and it was confirmed to be miscarriage. And the doctor asked me to wait at the bed, so I was waiting. And they came 1 hour later, and so then he asked me the same question again. So actually, I answered the same questions many times. Like hospital 1, hospital 2, maybe 3 times, something like this. And doctor asked which kind of way I want to take, because in Hong Kong we have 3 ways to get off the kind of things, because in Japan we only have 2, like waiting and surgery. But Hong Kong is, in addition to 2 ways, they have another one to take medicine. So we can take medicine and it's just easy to come out. But they explain some risks, because the medicine may not be working, or they work, but it's not completely. So I say maybe I can take the medicine, but what they say is if I want to take the medicine, I have to stay until night to see if everything's okay. And at the night, if I'm feeling good, and I can go home. So at the moment, I really want to go back to home as soon as possible, because I didn't take shower, I didn't even wash my face. I really want to go back to home. So I say, okay, last 2 times I was totally fine, I was waiting and it just naturally come out. So even this time I can wait. So I just asked them to go home. Yeah, can I go home? And they say, yeah, okay. And I got some blood tests, because it's like continuously 3 times for miscarriage, like a very first point. So I got bloody test, and I was surprised. Maybe more than 20 tubes or something. They just keep taking out. So I was surprised, but I have done everything. And one of the nurse asked me to ask them when I go home. And I was really quick, very fast. And I say, sorry, I'm gonna go home now. And they were so surprised that, oh, already? Is anybody come for you to pick up? And I no, I'm going back by myself. So I think they were so surprised. I'm so tough. Nobody come to me, because at the moment my husband have to take up my son. So I asked him to prioritize my son, and then it was not the first time for me to experience miscarriage. So I just told him I'm totally fine, I'm not that painful. So I did it by myself actually. But normally in Hong Kong, they were so surprised, because if family have this kind of problem, they have to go. So yeah, they were so surprised at this point. And after that, I just went to drop by the reception for the payment, and it's only like 100 Hong Kong dollars or something. And they asked me to come back 2 weeks later or something. And so I made an appointment and went back to the home at the moment. And actually, after I went back to the home, only 2 or 3 days later, everything is just come out naturally, as the same as the last time. So I was totally fine, and I went back to the hospital 2 weeks later or something, and I got the check again, and doctor said, wow, this is no problem and totally fine. But because it's continuously 3 times for me, so they asked me to go to more detailed check, like DNA level. Because for blood test, I didn't get any problem. So the doctor also mentioned that, oh, I have no idea why it's continuously keep coming. And especially for first baby, like my son, he didn't have any problem, and I didn't experience anything. So doctor just say it was just a coincidence or by chance or something. And I got the reference letter for further check, but actually I didn't go. So this is my experience about the treatment in Hong Kong public hospital. And where I went to is they only could speak English, but they are so friendly, they are so organized, and the level is really high. So I was very satisfied, and it was good experience for me. And I am afraid if anybody feel really sorry about my case, because it is a miscarriage, it's kind of sensitive topic, so I don't want to share that much. But actually, even if everything's fine at the moment, actually my expected date is in May. So after I did miscarriage and the Hong Kong protest and this kind of various things was coming all together. So if I get the pregnant, if everything is okay, I am sure I have to quit the job before the UK headquarters closed Hong Kong office, and I am sure I already went back to Japan because I cannot be pregnant under this situation. So in a different way, I would say I am really lucky to have the miscarriage at the moment. And then maybe I think the baby said, oh, maybe it was the wrong time, so I have to go back. I am thinking this way. Yeah, so I am really sorry if anybody have unhappy feelings because of my topic, but I just want to share my experience about Hong Kong Public Hospital. Thank you for watching. See you. Bye.